These are some of Minecraft's most skilled players, pulling off some of the most crazy stunts that I've ever seen. And then there's me, not coming close to any of these players. But that doesn't mean I can't help you reach another level in PvP, right? This guide can help you, whether you're new or just looking to improve. We're gonna go over a few things in this video, but let's first start with your kit and your potions. This is your kit. It contains a sword, your armor, your axe, and a few utilities and your potions. Your sword should always contain sharpness 5 and fire aspect 2. Then there's the axe, enchanted with efficiency 5 and sharpness 5 for extra damage. Your armor should always contain protection 4, unbreaking 3 and mending. On the boots it should include feather falling 4 to take less damage when you throw a pearl. Then there's your utilities. You can have 1, 2 or 3 utilities on you, but more than that I wouldn't recommend, because each utility takes 1 inventory spot. Then we have our potions. Now that we are talking about potions, let's zoom in on that. The potions are one of the most important things in PvP, because they can give you a certain buff for a certain amount of time. For example, the strength potions, which ups your melee attack damage output by 260% for 1 minute and 30 seconds. The speed potions gives you a 40% speed buff for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And also the fire resistance potion, which protects you from any fire for 8 minutes. When it comes to sword skills, there are 3 things you need to understand: strafes, combos, and crits. Those are the 3 main sword skills you need if you want to improve. When it comes to fighting, strafes and crits are incredibly easy, but yet very effective. Strafing is basically running around someone to make them go crazy, and it looks like this. Crits are performed by jumping and while you're falling down, hitting someone. It does 1.5 hearts of damage compared to 1 heart of damage with strafing. Although strafing can be very effective and can deal a lot of damage fast when people know how to use it. That's why many people underestimate it. Doing a crit can also place you in a vulnerable position against strafing and ground hits like that, because you're jumping and it can put you out of place, making it harder for you to hit them while they hit you. Combos are a really difficult skill to learn, because it takes a long time to practice. Even though there are multiple ways to do it faster, it's just easier to practice it. But if you want to learn more about combos, I suggest watching Sharpness. When we talk about utilities, I talk about a lot of stuff, such as water bucket, cobwebs, trident, bow, crossbow, blocks and pearls. Utilities are mostly personal preferences, except for the pearls, because everybody chooses their own utilities. For an example, my personal preferences are cobwebs with a trident and a water bucket, but it's up to you what you want. You might choose the bow, water bucket or the blocks. But for now I'll explain what all the utilities are used for. My personal favorite, the cobwebs. The cobwebs are used to make your opponent get stuck, to let them waste pearls, and also to be able to easily crit them out. They are obtainable in mineshaft while using a shear. They are stackable up to 64, and they are extremely often used among PvPers. Water bucket is a really important thing, for if you want to stay along for a long time. That is because the water bucket is used to get out of cobwebs without pearls, and to safely drop down without taking fall damage, if you have a trident. Another thing is that with cobwebs you can take away someone's water by quickly placing cobs on the water. The trident is basically a transportation item to quickly run from a fight if necessary. It is also used to save pearls and survive longer. The crossbow is a great weapon because of its ability to shoot tipped arrows such as weakness, slowness or slow falling. And because of its quick charge and multi-shot, making it a great weapon for crowd control. The bow delivers single high impact and knockback shots that can chip away at someone's health and knock someone away in sticky situations. The blocks are used to run away faster, nothing more, nothing less. Pearls, single-handedly the most important utility of them all. They are lifesavers, and each pearl does around half heart of damage if you're wearing full protection 4 and feather falling 4 armor. So make sure to have both those enchants on your armor to take the least amount of damage. Now with your pearls you need to know when to use them. You should be using them when you notice that you're not going to win a battle. In that case, you should pearl way before it's too late. You should also pearl when your health bar gets around 5 hearts, to prevent a donut pop, or worse, die. To escape your death, make sure not to throw the pearl too far or too close, because then the chances are that they can still finish you off and kill you. So it's all about your health situation and when you need to escape a battle. The shield is an important part in PvP that can destroy people who aren't ready for it. The shield does not work as well on high ping though. To use your shield correctly, you will need to block their hit before it lands. You can take the least amount of damage by letting go and hitting them with a crit and then re-shielding. This is called insta-shielding and can be very helpful for getting an health advantage. If your opponent has an axe, you need to use your shield when his sword is out. Otherwise, it can get you in a disadvantage by him breaking your shield. Healing is one of the most important aspects in any type of PvP. What a lot of PvPers do is taking 2 or 3 golden apples before a fight starts. That is called pre-gapping. Pre-gapping is used to fill up your saturation. What is saturation, you might ask? Saturation is kinda a second food bar. It is your way of healing. Taking 2 or 3 golden apples fills up that bar, letting you heal and not die. Another way of healing is healing your armor. Healing your armor is really important, but can be forgotten in the heat of a battle, and it is your death if you don't heal it. When do you need to heal your armor? You need to heal your armor when the durability gets around 40% to ensure you don't forget to heal it. If you don't kill your opponent in time, the battle is chosen by who had the most XP bottles. Mind games are an important aspect of netherite PvP. One effective way to confuse your opponent is to act tough on the battlefield and to say things like, "Are you really trying?" This can put pressure on them and cause them to make more mistakes. However, if someone is using these mind games against you, it's best to ignore them, as getting angry can cause you to make mistakes. One thing I always do before a fight is saying to myself, "I'm better," or "I will win this." This helps me maintain a positive mindset and play better.
One of the most impressive things to do in PvP is taking multiple opponents at once. Individuals like clown peers have gotten their popularity by fighting against numerous opponents in large fights, and also even winning them. Fighting multiple attackers at once requires strategy and preparation. For example, taking 3 golden apples before a fight starts to gain the most amount of saturation. You should also play aggressively, for example, going in and critting and taking hits. This could scare the opponent, making them flee, and as soon as you see one player run, pearl after them and finish them off, whittling them down one by one. The next strategy is to know what the opponent's health and saturation sits at. For example, if they consume 1 golden apple, then you should counter that by taking 2 golden apples instead of 1. And if you know you are getting more hits than them, try applying more pressure on them to eventually kill them. Don't worry if you can't do them all in one go. You will start doing these things automatically through time and experience.
If you want to have an edge over your opponent, try getting some good mods and texture packs such as apple skin, low fire and low shield. These can help you gain an advantage over an opponent. Before I shut down this video, I just want to thank everyone who supported me on this, especially Roenn. He helped me on this video, and till the next video, peace.